Good morning, Professor. My name is Benedicta Marshall, and today I will be presenting on my planned change project, which is titled Creating Enhanced Learning Spaces to Improve Nursing Education and Outcome. So here I have like my table of content. So it's going to include the introduction, significance of problem, EBP project question, review of literature, summary of evidence, recommended best practices, policies and protocol for practical change, for practice change, implementation plan, and evaluation plan. So to start with introduction, what is creating enhanced learning spaces? This actually is talking about the process of like designing and implementing like upgraded learning environments that is like specifically tailored for nursing education, and the goal here is to enhance the educational experience and ultimately improve the outcome of nursing students and the quality of care that they provide as future healthcare professionals. And also this concept will involve like physically creating like virtual spaces that are conducive to effective learning, and also incorporating like modern technologies, also interactive tools and resources that would help support the nursing curriculum, which in turn will like which in turn can positively impact patients' outcome and the overall healthcare quality. So here I have significance of the problem. So we know that the learning environment can actually play a very crucial role in helping to shape the students' experiences and engagement, and also the learning outcome. For example, let's look at like the simulation labs and the clinical practice areas. These simulation labs can actually help with realistic medical equipment and also mannequins to kind of help provide hands-on experience, hands-on practice for the student that's going to bridge the gap between theory and practice. Also, this simulated clinical practice areas is going to create like a safe space for students to practice which errors are going to be accommodated, and also it's going to help these students to kind of develop like a critical skills and kind of build students' confidence and learn from the mistake without harming real patients. Also, let us look at technology integration. So students being able to access technology within the learning environment can really help to influence the nursing education. Let's look at smart classrooms with multimedia capabilities facilities. It can help to promote like interactive teaching methods such as video lectures, online resources, and also interactive simulations. Also, for instance, even can 2020 also show that the nature of a learning environment influences student outcome by 94%, and also 70% of the learners who took part in the survey by Can 2020 also reported that they prefer larger classrooms with additional flexibility and features that's going to help enhance the classroom experience. So here I have my evidence-based practice project question. Here my population is going to be nursing students, and the variable of interest is going to be enhanced learning spaces to compare, for comparison, we're going to compare the academic performance data prior to the implementation of these enhanced learning spaces, like the technologies and software that's going to be implemented into the nursing curriculum. We're going to compare the data prior to the implementation and after the implementation to see or to help gauge nursing students' outcome. Also, for outcome here, it's going to be to see if this nursing education has really improved. Also, the time frame that I have here is going to be for 3 years. So looking at the review of literature. Yes, so in my research, I did a literature search that was conducted mainly on 3 databases, which is the PubMed, the Cochrane Library, and CNOL. Also, only sources related to this study topic were selected, and I make sure that the articles were within the last 5 years. Also, the keywords for search include nursing education, enhanced learning spaces, and learning outcomes. Okay, so let's look at the summary of evidence. So 6 studies actually met the inclusion and exclusion criteria and were included in this study. Also, 5 of the selected studies were systematic reviews that kind of provided data on various forms of enhanced learning environments for nursing education. Only one study was the primary research, which focused on different forms of enhanced learning environments, including the flipped classroom and smartphone remote-based learning. Also, both qualitative and quantitative research methodologies were selected. So moving on to the next slide, here I have recommended best practices. So here I have blended learning environment, I have projects based learning, also I have collaborative learning also. So for blended learning, here I have that blended learning is very important when you combine, it kind of combines the traditional face-to-face instruction with online learning components, which allows for like flexibility and for students, and also it can give students access to course materials and resources at their own pace, and it also can accommodate different learning styles and schedules. Also for project-based learning, here it kind of involves like students working on real-life projects that kind of addresses authentic problems and challenges in nursing education. Also, it can help to it can help to promote like critical thinking and problem solving skills for students, and can actually encourage students to analyze like complex situations and kind of develop innovative solutions. So also looking at the hypermedia simulations, it can also help to create like an interactive digital environment that's going to mimic like the real world scenarios in nursing education. Also, it can help to expose students to realistic clinical experiences where let's say like students can engage in simulated patient care scenarios, allowing students to practice clinical skills. And like I said, mistakes are kind of welcome. Like you can actually make mistakes because these are not actually real patients, they're just like simulation. So it's going to help students to kind of practice their clinical skills in a safe and controlled environment. So looking at communicative um, collaborative learning. Collaborative learning here is important because it's gonna kind of help involve students working together in groups and to achieve like a shared learning goals in nursing education. Also, I have noticed that collaborative learning can help to enhance effective communication among students, and also gonna like enable students take on leadership roles in group assessment, or sorry, in group projects or assignments. Okay, so here my next slide is protocol for change practice. So here, enhanced learning spaces should include like key technologies for simulations of real world cases, and it can allow students not to think critically and kind of suggest recommendations to deal with arising situations. Also, new interactive forms of technology should be adopted because this influence technology in nursing education, and it's a crucial like journey to kind of improve like blended learning. And lastly here, I did include flipped classroom methods, which is going to help encourage critical thinking and decision making and among students, and it should also be factored into like decision making to support nursing students reflect on various theoretical constructs. So um, let's move to the next slide. So here on my next slide, I have the implementation plan. So to kind of implement this new policy, and protocol for change practice, there's a need to kind of create awareness of these latest models, and also general information should be channeled to key stakeholders, including the educators, the nursing students, also faculty representatives and heads, and also various nursing unions. Also, key government bodies in charge of nursing education should kind of prioritize the curriculum reviews and modifications spanning nearly 2 years, and the overall implementation timeframe should be 3 years, and we have to make sure that it's going to align with the evaluation and monitoring framework of the institution. Also, funding will be channeled to respective nursing institutions to kind of purchase or install digital tools like smartphones, simulators, and other affiliated software to kind of uh, help improve the transition from the traditional nursing classroom. So let's look at evaluation. So for faculty here, like we are going to administer like survey to teachers to kind of help collect their opinions and experiences with these new learning spaces, because it's a new project and everyone is going to be new to it. So getting data from faculty too is going to be crucial, and also this data is going to help inquire about the ease of adapting to these changes, and the effectiveness of the furniture and technology installed, and also their passive impact on teaching and the students engagement. So looking at quality assurance, so we are going to compare like the performance data prior to and after the implementation of this technology, to kind of help gauge improvement in nursing learning outcomes. Also, we are going to analyze this result of formative and summative assessment to identify changes in student achievement and engagement. So students are not going to be left out because they are a crucial part of this evaluation. So we are also going to conduct like a survey to help gather feedback from students as well about their experiences in the enhanced learning spaces, and it's going to include like questions regarding their comfort, collaboration, technology use, and also their satisfaction in all. Also, we are going to use like a Likert scale to kind of measure students' perceptions of this learning environment and also their attitudes towards learning. So this concludes my presentation, and here are my references. Thank you very much for listening.